Hi everyone, and welcome to the last of our day one adult open evening live streams. Gosh, you can tell it's the last one because I can't even speak anymore. And we're talking all about finance. So we're joined by expert in finance, Jamie. How are you doing, Jamie?
Very well, Ashton. Good evening to you.
Good. You can tell us a little bit about your role at the college, sort of who you are.
Yeah, sure. So my name's Jamie, and I am the welfare team leader. So, welfare team helps with all sorts of things, from giving out benefit advice, how advice regarding housing, student finance, and a very large part of my role is to administer a pot of money that we've got at the college, Learner Support Fund, which is there to help low-income families help meet of coming to college.
Fantastic. So you're
To be
going to
the
talk. Oh, sorry. You carry on. I'll nip out, and you can talk all about the Learner Support Fund. Okay.
okay. So yeah, good evening, everyone. It's just really take a few minutes to talk to you about Learner Support Fund. As I say, it's a pot of money that we've got to help low-income families, low-income students meet the cost of coming to college. So we have to take a moment to think about what some of those expenses might be. So a nice, easy one to start with would be travel. So if you live 2 miles or more from the campus, then we can help you with travel. That's normally in the shape of a bus pass, so either First or Riva, or if you live in the county, Kinch, Skylink, etc. For adults, if you drive to college, you'd be entitled to a petrol allowance, and that will be based on the distance from your house to college and back again on a daily rate based on 40p a mile. And for some of you that live further out, we can help you towards the cost of train fares. So that's travel, so that's getting you here. Once you're here, obviously there's a tuition fee to pay. And for lots of you, if you're 16 to 18, certainly, any course that you do will be free. If you're 19 plus and doing a course at Leicester College, there are still lots of other ways in which you can get the course for free, or a fee waiver, as we would call that. So that's too much detail because that's quite a complex area, but I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have via the welfare at Leicester College.ac address. But if you're on a qualifying benefit, if you're earning less than £17,004, it's a very specific amount, but that's the amount the government set, you'd also get your courses for free. The only time it gets a bit complicated is if you're doing a level 3 course. If you're doing a level 3 course, if you're between 19 and 23, and it's your first level 3, then you will receive a fee waiver for that. That will be free. However, if you're between 19 and 23 and already have a level 3, you will have to pay for the course, but you can apply for a government loan called an advanced learner loan. And if you just look at the bottom of the screen, going across is the web address and information regarding finances in general, but there's an area there about the advanced learner loan. So that's if you're between 19 and 23, and if you already have a level 3, then you either have to self-fund or obtain an advanced learner loan. And if you're 24 plus, regardless of whether you have a level 3 qualification or not, again, you would either have to self-fund or take out an advanced learner loan. On top of any tuition fee that you may or may not have to pay, there's also something called a material or an enrolment fee. And that can vary of anywhere between £25 to £200. That's a one-off fee that you pay at enrolment. Again, if you qualify for help from the Learner Support Fund, that cost for you. You may be doing a vocational course, one of our construction courses, hair and beauty, catering, sport, and where you will have to buy uniform, kit, or equipment. And again, if you qualify for help from the Learner Support Fund, we will pay that for you. Other things we can help you with is childcare. You are under 20 when you start your course at Leicester College, then you can apply for help for childcare from a government scheme called Care to Learn. So if you just Google Care to Learn, and that will give you all the information you require and also the online application. Really straightforward process. You just have to give your child's details, the college that you'll be going to, and the childcare provider that you wish to use. And they will cover 100% of your childcare costs based on your timetable to a maximum of £160 per week. If you need childcare and you're 20 plus when you start your course, then you will receive your childcare directly from the Learner Support Fund. All we ask is that you use any Ofsted registered childcare provider, being either a childminder or a nursery. But our only stipulation is that it must be Ofsted registered. Okay, so that's childcare. Finally, if you receive free meals, if you're 16 to 18 and you receive free meals at school and nothing has changed in your circumstances, then you will also automatically be assessed for free meals whilst you're at college. Okay, so what happens is that if you qualify, you'll get your college ID card. The money for your meals is loaded onto your card, and then in any of the college canteens or refectories, they just scan the card at your till, and you get again a random amount, but set by the government of £2.41 per day. You'll automatically be assessed for that as part of the assessment process. So, just to summarise, possible help with travel, with any material enrolment fee that you need to pay, any kit or uniform required, childcare, and free meals if you're entitled to that. So that's the Learner Support Fund and the things we can help you with. So how do you apply to the Learner Support Fund? All surprise, surprise, everything's been moved online now, obviously for obvious reasons. You just need to go to the Leicester College website and just simply put into the search engine Learner Support Fund. There you will find far more in-depth information about the qualifying criteria, because it is a means tested fund, so not everybody will qualify. Just to give you a brief outline, but as I say, the information is more in depth on the website. If you're between 16 and 18 years old, we'll be looking at your parents' or guardians' income, and would be looking, and as long as that income is 30,000 or below, in wages only, so not wages and benefits, just their wages, your parents' or guardians' wages. If it's under 30,000, then you will qualify. If you're 19 and single and independent without children, then the income limit is £17,004. If you're 19 plus and you are either a lone parent or in a relationship, as in live with a partner, then the income limit goes back up to 30,000. On the Learner Support Fund webpage, you will find the online application form as well. So you just fill in the application form with your details, very straightforward, and then simply attach the evidence that we ask for. So that's the evidence relating to the household income, and attach that electronically, and then just press submit. Then we will assess you, and then we will write to you in due course to tell you if you've been successful, and if you have been successful, you've been awarded and how you go about it. So just the key messages: it's the Learner Support Fund. It's access to the Leicester College website. Just search for the Learner Support Fund. You'll find lots of information and also the application form. You can apply from the 1st of June, and I would strongly advise that you apply as early as possible. Don't leave it late, because two things could happen. We could either run out of money, or indeed may still get your award, but there'll be a delay if it's our busiest time. So if you apply after you've enrolled, we're going to be really, really busy, and there will be a delay in getting that help to you. So apply nice and early, and it's the Learner Support Fund, and it's accessible through the Leicester College website. So that's my little speech over, Ashton. So back to you, please.
Fantastic. Thanks, Jamie. So obviously, if you are watching and do you have any questions, feel free to pop them in the comments and Jamie will answer. Normally I say we'll answer them, but it's definitely more Jamie that will answer them. So going a couple of questions that I have. So is there like an age limit on loans and bursaries that people can get?
No, there's no upper age limit. So as I said, there's two funds. Okay, so when they're looking, students looking for the application form on the Leicester College website, there's one for 16 to 18-year-olds and one for 19 plus. There's no upper age limit whatsoever.
Fantastic, cool. And you've talked about when it opens to apply for funding, which is the 1st of June, is what you said. Is there a deadline to apply, or is it really just after a certain point there's no more money left?
Yeah, I mean that we don't close the fund and stuff unless we run out of money. Obviously, it's not a bottomless pit. But really, the key message is apply early, so ensure that the money hasn't been exhausted. Really, to make sure that everything's ready for the start of term. Otherwise, parents or individuals are going to be shelling out on travel and paying fees that they just really don't need to pay. So just get in there nice and early from the 1st of June. That's the message.
Cool. And if we're talking about, so say I was an international student, would I be entitled to some kind of funding support from the college?
No, unfortunately not. If you're deemed an international student, as I say, they're very few and far between, then you wouldn't be able to access these funds. But just to give you an example, we help on average over 3,500 students per year, and very, very rare that we would come across or have to refuse an international student. But no, if you are an international student, access the fund. However, important to say that asylum seekers can access.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect, cool. So in terms of like what the advanced learner loan covers, does it cover your studies only, or does it cover the external costs only, or is it a bit of both?
No, that's a really important question. It's really important to understand that the advanced learner loan is just to cover the tuition fee. So that will just, they apply for the loan. It's a government loan. It's administered through Student Finance England. So it's the same body that deal with the university funding. This, unlike the university funding, is just for the tuition fee, and that will be paid directly to the college. So that money will never go through the student's hands, so to speak. However, for the other external costs that I mentioned, e.g. travel, the childcare, any kit or equipment, they can then apply to the Learner Support Fund for everything else other than the tuition fee.
So there's like a couple of different options that people can get into if they're
most definitely. So, but as I say, and I welcome people and strongly advise people who email the welfare@leicestercollege.ac.uk address, and then we can answer them and give them bespoke answers to any queries that they've got.
Fantastic, cool. So we talked a little bit about obviously the advanced learner covering course fees, but if it's a free course, are they still entitled to apply for the Learner Support Fund?
Most definitely, most definitely.
Cool.
Or really, I mean, again, there is detailed information on the college website about this, but it's just that as long as the course falls under FE, as in isn't going into higher education, which are university level courses, then yeah, it's open to all, whether they're doing level 1 course, a level 2 course, a level 3 course, a pre-level course, or indeed if they're studying ESOL.
Fantastic, cool. Well, that's all the questions I have for you. Is there anything that you sort of want to add before we wrap up? Any like little bits of advice you can give to people looking to apply for the Learner Support Fund or anything?
Yeah, most definitely. Just to let people know that there could be upwards of £1,000 worth of help. And for those of you who require childcare, that could go into, nearly up to £10,000 a year just in the childcare. this pot of money is available. We've made the form and the application process so straightforward now. We've streamlined the form for the sake of what, 10, 15 minutes at most. Taking that time out, sit down, fill out the form, submit the evidence electronically so we can accept screenshots from phones. And that's really got to be the key message, to say it's not, I know some forms can put people off, and this form is literally as streamlined as we can make it. We don't ask for things that aren't vital to the process, and it's all done online, so people can do it from the comfort of their own homes. And it is a case of, please do not leave it to the last minute. It opens from the 1st of June for people starting their courses in that September.
Yeah.
And we'll always get people that apply late. And then that's our busiest period. And then there will be delay in getting that help to people. So if everybody can apply over the summer, which is typically our quieter period, we will be able to get everybody sorted and everybody's resources ready for the September start. So that's the key message. 1st of June, Leicester College website, search for the Learner Support Fund, and just get the form submitted, and then relax and enjoy your summer.
Fantastic. I mean, we filled the form in on a stream a little while ago over the summer, and like I said, we did it during the stream. It was about 10 minutes, 15 minutes maximum. So it's super easy and like really easy to understand as well. So if you're worried about that, it's super simple. And if you can't figure it out, if you have any issues, you can email this address and these guys will give you a helping hand with it. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be back tomorrow at 5 o'clock with some information about our electrical installation adult courses and a whole bunch more things. So do join us tomorrow if you're looking for some more information about courses. But for now, have a wonderful evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me, Jamie, and we'll see you very soon. Thanks, everyone. Bye.